My body.
Hi, everyone. Warmly welcome to all of you. We have one of the excellent experts and as a manpower supplier in Jubail in Saudi Arabia. I know him personally. He's one of my favorite friend, mashallah. He's from Kerala, India, but the way he's supporting the community and deploying people, after getting some training and supporting them a lot in different phases, and especially as a rigger level 1, 2, 3, or as a work permit receiver or as a safety officer. So I humbly requested actually the gentleman to come on board and help our community, with his latest kind of experience, the live experience is facing the challenges to get approved there, guys. He's from Jana Contracting Companies, one of the best manpower supplier also. So I'll encourage you, if any time in future you wish to work with, just contact to Lithin. I'll maybe with his approval, I'll share the contact details later on. Hi Lithin, let's welcome guys. Hi Lithin, how are you, man?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you. I'm fine, sir. And
Thank
hope you're
you.
fine too.
Thank you very much for your precious time. Yes, Lithin, I'm fine. Since we have worked together, so the way you are managing the business is simply amazing, mashallah, especially the manpower domain. Supply domain, in other words. So, Lithin, our community asked me a lot of time this particular question, how to get approved as a safety officer or as a work permit receiver. So, since you, mashallah, already helping people to get approved, especially your direct employees, so can you just
Yes, sir.
guide us, in steps, what things are required, what are the challenges you are still facing, to be able to get approved your team members. So, over to you, Lithin. Thank you very much.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. First, as you know, like we are basically focusing on safety officers, our company. Like I'll start with the safety officers approval. And my strategy is the best criteria. If anyone is planning to get approved as Aramco, better they should be experienced first. If most of the guys are thinking, I just noticed that in the market, even I'm getting too many calls. Like I just came as a safety officer, just try me to get as approved as Aramco. But as Aramco has some like standards or requirements from a candidate to make them to be Aramco approved. The basic thing is the experience. Most of the candidates are lacking experience. As per my experience, there are too many candidates are here, even mainly from Pakistan. I just noticed that most of the officers are mainly from Pakistan and
Mhm.
safety officers especially. But
Mhm.
the problem they are missing some experience in order to approve as Aramco, it is a little bit difficult because, like, they especially they need to have some experience in order to crack the interviews, exams. For sure, when they are going for an Aramco approval, first, for the first thing is they have to find one company where from where they can get the schedule for the interview,
Yes.
like only for those company that this is the main thing. I am a manpower supplier right now. I don't have any work in Aramco, so for my employees I cannot go Aramco and directly
Yeah,
request for
ramp up
contract.
contract, direct contract is mandatory. I do agree. Otherwise, we
Like
have to be subcon. The way.
only for those companies who have work in or purchase order or contract from Aramco can get the schedule for the safety officer. So firstly, they have to find some company who are working on Aramco. Then that the first thing, the company side, they will shortlist our CV. They will check our experience, and basically the certification needed is NEBOSH. NEBOSH is the basic. There are some certifications like NEBOSH is there, OSHA is there, IOSH is there. But the main certificate we needed is NEBOSH. Even most in Aramco, in Aramco itself, there are different kinds of PMTs. If we can go for Javier PMT is there, then Upcake is there, Harad is there. There are for each PMT the interviews will be different. We are not getting a single Aramco approval. We are getting approval from each PMT so that we can work in that area, that project
Okay,
management
okay.
area.
So
Like
kind of a
if
division code from different PMTs, and then
yeah, yeah.
isn't there any more the centralized approval process? Like one time approval means you can work on any project of Saudi Aramco as a safety officer.
I do.
Not the case, right?
Uh, As per my experience, because as you know, like my employees are like they are mostly like age below like 30, 32, something like that. So they are not that much experience. We are focusing like I'm bringing some guys. I'm mostly utilizing them for 2, 3 years. After that, they will go because like
Yeah.
anybody come get an experience of Aramco like 4 years, they are always getting very good opportunities, like in big company. So in my company, most of the guys are just looking to come get the approvals and just you get knowledge, experience. Then they are getting good opportunities. Then mostly after second contract, they are leaving to other company. So in my
So Lithin, you are hiring the fresh guys. Even sometimes they have no experience, but you get them trained as per Aramco procedures, SOPs, GIs. You know, you give them some sort of knowledge initially. Is that the same
yeah.
thing, or you make sure at least they have some experience even in your own country?
No, no, actually, in my hiring strategy is I'm only hiring people with experience. Basically, the experience I'm looking for oil and gas because like in construction industry, the hazards will be
Yeah, the
less.
different.
As a safety trainer, like how many types of hazards there. If
True,
a person, even I was worked in Sabic plant, Yansab,
yeah,
2 years before, so I know like what are the hazards. If
true,
you are studying, even if you are also going through NEBOSH, you are a NEBOSH learner, so like what are the things you are studying,
true.
like learning, teaching all your students. So all the hazards you can see in an oil and gas plant or oil and gas area. But if you go for a construction site, mostly it will be like manual handling, material handling, equipment, work at height. Mostly all only those hazards will be there. Mostly
Specifically, Lithin, sorry for interruption. What kind of key questions you believe mostly are being asked? The exam, I'm sure mostly guys are getting passed, but then the interview, they need some sort of technical, logical mindset
yeah,
and skill
Aramco,
set to give the
in
answer.
Aramco, like every company, Aramco is following the CSM, Construction Safety Manual.
Yeah.
So it is like there are two. One is a Construction Safety Manual is there. At the same time, there would be like a handbook. Handbook is a more like it
Yeah.
is a
Mhm.
it is like I think 100 page or something like that. But
Yeah.
if you go for a CSM, it would be like 500 page or something, I
Yes,
believe.
very in
I'm
depth,
not sure about that.
big area. Yeah.
So basically, what I'm doing, I'm just bringing the guys who are experienced. We are giving them those materials. So
Perfect.
since they have a previous experience, they
Excellent.
know everything, but they have to be more precise about the standards of Aramco. So we are just giving them these materials, handbook and CSM. Even for my work permit receiver as well as safety, I'm giving those materials. So
Yes.
they are prepared using that. And even one of my last employee gone for approval
Mhm.
1 week before. Even to him, it was actually a renewal, not the first approval. Here, in
Okay.
the initial time, he was got an approval for 3 months, a probationary approval.
Oh, yeah, provisioning.
So
That is the phase.
I'll tell the procedure like the company will request for the schedule from the Aramco, then they will give the schedule. So these guy employees will go for Aramco. They will firstly they will write an exam.
Mhm.
Then there will
How
be
many questions, Lithin, mostly for the exam?
actually I'm not sure about that.
Okay, no
I
problem.
think
No.
the PMT it will differ.
Different
It
there.
will be
Okay. So
because
minimum,
of
I
the
believe
PMT.
50 plus will be there, or sometime.
For sure, I think for sure 50 plus will be there. It will be like objective as well as descriptive question.
Description.
So, as per the latest information I received from my employee, mostly they are asking from CSM, Construction Safety Manual, and
Perfect.
even
Today I
even for the
started
review.
offering CSM training for 5 days, Lithin, with the certification, because
That,
at
that,
least we can have an
that's great.
evidence.
That's great.
They get trained, and yeah, you're absolutely right.
Even my employee got a probationary approval for 3 months. The last interview was for his renewal. Usually for the renewal, what they are asking, what previously they have done in their site, what was the hazards, like experience based question were previously asking for a renewal. But even the last interview, as per the information I received, he told that even the interview was asked from the CSM.
Yeah,
The
so
CSM
how
we are
do you
going
boost up the
to
confidence of your team before you send them for interview?
mostly, if in a safety officer job, like if a guy came, if he work for like a 1, 2, 3 months, mostly he will be aware of all the hazards, everything. If he is working on an oil and gas plant,
Yeah,
especially in the plant, mostly all hazards he will be familiar with in the work site.
yeah.
Even the emergency, we are learning like emergency procedures, like incident investigation, everything they can see in a oil and gas plant. So once if anybody come work for a shutdown or something like that, mostly he will be aware of all these things, and automatically the confidence will be boosted. Only as per my experience, only the confidence of an officer will be boosted only by his experience, not
True,
like what we are studying in books is different. What we are studying in books is different, and what we saw is different.
true, true. That's
So
because there are
by
maybe
by
1,000 different scenarios at the project site, different challenges. So you need, an understanding of different variables, actually, how to identify the hazards and planning some better controls,
yes,
for the long-term strategy to make sure
yes,
there are preventive measures, that the repetition is not
yes,
there. So,
yes,
Nitin,
yes.
specifically, what documents are required to submit to Aramco for HSC officer's approval or even as a WPR? Because recently you
I
sent
think
your guys for WPR as well. So, what documents you are submitting to them?
for safety officer, what actually Aramco asking mainly is experience is one criteria. The
Right.
other thing they are mostly requesting is a first aid BLS certificate
Right.
from they are
State and BLS
main.
from Saudi Hut, right?
Yeah, before it was like any third party institute can provide that, but now Saudi Aramco is like most of the PMDs are precisely asking for this Saudi Hut BLS
Saudi
first
Hut,
aid.
yes, yes.
BLS first aid from Saudi Hut and Nebush, that safety qualification they are mainly asking for Nebush, and these are the main requirements I am getting from my clients. Maybe as per the
You
PMD,
remember
maybe
sometime you mentioned they're asking for some other, like, uh, yeah, like you are the first aid, sorry, this firefighter training. You have some other
I understand. I
qualification.
understand. Like what they are doing in the initial, we will get all these with these certificates. We will get a probationary approval, something like that.
Probationary. Okay.
After that, during the renewal time, in the approval itself, they will mention many trainings. I
Many
think
times.
for
Okay.
my last employee, they have around mentioned around 35 trainings,
35
like five,
and third party or
five,
internal?
I think Harat like for example, Harat PMT is seeing different. Javier PMT is seeing this. Mostly there will be common things, but some PMT is asking for additional trainings. Like Schedule D will be there, Schedule B,
Yeah.
CSM is
Okay.
there,
Okay.
excavation is here. Like
Mhm.
that will differ, but mostly minimum 20 trainings they will
Okay.
tell. Maybe I think they are. I'm not sure they are accepting also the internal trainings from the companies also, but
Okay.
the employees after their probation they should be trained on these trainings when they go for renewal. That is the criteria that Aramco is following, I believe. So this is for safety officer, and in case of work permit receiver,
Mhm.
even for work permit receiver the exams interviews won't be that much difficult as compared to safety officer.
Yeah, I got.
But but for work permit receiver even they can come, even if a guy have a small experience like all the safety and everything, they can come, they can get the trainings, and they can, I think they can go and pass
But
the
minimum third party training and certification prerequisite at least that 80%
yes, yes, yes. They have to come, they
certificate.
have to get their
Without that certificate,
uh,
till you are hiring, or you make sure at least they are third party certified, especially for the fresh guy.
today. Yeah, today only, just before I call you only, I was just issuing a one offer letter for a person from Kerala itself. Actually,
Okay.
what I'm doing, I'm just hiring safety officer itself as a WPR. I'm
Okay.
hiring
Excellent.
safety
Excellent.
officer with an about experience, and I'm bringing them as safety officer and WPR, so
Excellent.
that they will be having experience in safety. They are always aware of the hazards, everything. For them, it would be easy for to go and crack the WPR exam. I'm
Excellent.
not saying like only safety officer can crack it, but WPR exam is
It's not
it's
that much
easy as
difficult
compared
if
to
you
safety.
if you have some committed learning passion, so surely you'll pass it.
Only
Listen, any interest for the offshore industry so far? Like you are getting trained people and approved for offshore industry.
Not yet. Only one of my work permit receiver just started working in offshore.
Okay.
Just 3 months before. It was the first offshore employee I've just sent it. He is now working from Tanajib. I think Tanajib Fort. From Tanajib Fort, he's going for offshore.
Perfect.
Before offshore, he just got training for this Boesit and Hute. That helicopter, that emergency.
Okay.
That is only training he have took. All the other things, everything was with him. The Aramco card was with him, and
Perfect.
additional training was for this Bosit.
About it. Yeah,
Bosit
exactly.
training
And
what
that
he
should be
took from
OP
the.
to approved.
That
OP to
was the
approved.
requirement because all other things he was already having, like the Aramco card and everything. This
Next.
is a thing. Even for WPR, we don't have that much requirement. Like if he come, he have to get his Kama and everything. After that, he has to get that third party certifications from some approved training institutes.
So,
With this.
Okay, Lithin, I just got one question in between, This
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
profession for safety officers or for WPRs, what title you're getting on their ikama later on, or you go with
Actually,
profession? Is there any specific
for
requirement or
yeah,
mandatory?
for safety officer profession, right now, as you know, we are basically supplying for SABIC as well as Aramco.
Mm-hmm.
In SABIC, even in SABIC, if you there are too many plant is there for SABIC, mainly in Jubal and Yansel.
Okay.
Like if you go, like mainly 70% of the SABIC plants are hiring safety with the safety profession only. Safety profession now, the available profession I can say occupation health and safety supervisor. That
Technician
is one
or
profession.
supervisor. Okay.
Occupation health and safety supervisor is one profession. The second profession is occupation health and safety specialist.
Specialist.
If anybody like I could recommend, like if a person have some experience and want to get some oil and gas experience, like I'm just suggesting for mainly for Pakistani followers, because I just
Thank
noticed
you.
that too many freelancers are coming from Pakistan.
But
I
bear in
I
mind,
just
Lithin, I don't discriminate. For me, all are, our community,
No, no,
everyone is
no,
respectable.
no,
Don't an
no,
issue.
no, no. I'm not like, even Anna, as you know, like you are even from Pakistan. I don't have any discrimination, but I just noticed that even those guys are they are more likely to work as free. I just noticed
Yeah,
that.
oh, yeah, you
But
absolutely.
if you go to Bangladesh or India, I just noticed that trend is they are mostly coming in visa,
Yeah,
but mostly freelancers are those guys. So
yeah.
I'm just telling like if they are planning to come and they are just want to get some experience,
Mhm.
better they get the profession of safety.
Oh,
Like it would, if they come on, even if they come on construction visa, if they want to change their profession, I think only 1000 real it will cost. But
yeah,
if they want to join the plant like Sabic, it would be great for them. It would be add on, it would be an advantage for them. Okay, like a Kama profession, mostly 70% of the Sabic plants, they are only accepting the profession of safety officer. Like if they want to join
okay.
the
Lithin, some voices clear. Yes, I can hear you now.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, we
So
were
what I
talking
was
about
saying,
SABIC criteria,
yeah, what I was saying, sir, if
the
anybody is coming,
profession.
like
Mm,
they want to join in SABIC, like the profession they need to take. If they are planning to work for a plant,
mm,
if anybody is planning to join in oil and gas plant, mostly they have opportunities in Aramco as well as SABIC.
mm.
Firstly, they may have some problems to get the Aramco approval because of their experience. So better they get the Kama profession as safety and they should try for SABIC. So if they start working on SABIC, they will get an. Even I noticed that in SABIC it is very strict. Like if you want to go and learn, SABIC is a very better option.
True.
Like
Whatever
the
is
plant.
written in their SOPs is implemented effectively. Yes, I do
Yeah,
agree.
they have their LSR, they have their shims, everything. Like even 2 3 months, and they can learn all the hazards, all the safety standards, and everything. Like
Mm.
they could be familiarized with all. Like, and their confidence will be automatically boosted.
Yeah, you
Then
are.
they can get some experience from there, and they can go for Aramco. Like, or then the experience criterias will be already meted, and they can go and started working there. So
Perfect.
that is a good option. So it won't even cost that much as I mentioned. I think even for changing the profession, only 1000 real maybe we have to provide.
Yeah,
The
you are
profession right now, the profession also right now two is available. One is occupation health and safety supervisor, and another one is occupation health and safety specialist.
specialist.
So they can
Like we also have
they can
quality specialists, marketing specialists, different titles we have in each profession. Brilliant, mashallah.
Yeah, yeah, that is a better option to change the profession and just work wherever they want.
True.
Maybe in
True.
future it would be better. Like in SABIC, mostly the opportunities will be there during shutdowns. The project is the projects are less in SABIC as compared to Aramco.
Yeah.
So the
Still,
shutdown
you will
time
learn a lot if you get opportunity to work in Sabic. Yes, you'll
Sorry,
learn
sir.
a lot.
I, during shutdown times, the opportunity will be more like from the August, September time to before Ramadan. Like for
Okay.
February, the shutdowns will be more there, so they can easily go and get inside SABIC because of their profession. That is an advantage. So
Uh,
they should
So,
like
Lithin, how are you managing this? How you are supporting this Saudization program? Any Saudis you hired as a safety officer for Aramco projects or SABIC or WPRs so far? On rental basis
not
or
yet.
salary structure?
Not yet, sir. As you know, like in our company, we have already have Saudis working in our administration
Oh,
and
okay,
everything.
okay, okay.
So I'm just managing Saudization by that only that. So
Perfect.
even right now, we were planning to hire Saudi safety officers, but still not confirmed. Like we were looking for some Saudis. As of now, everything is fine, and even our
Perfect.
Saudi association, I
Perfect.
think even we having Saudis more than the Saudi association like count and everything. We are following everything.
Hmm.
Okay. So
Okay.
these are the basic things, sir. And as per my experience, these are the basic things. Okay.
Thank you very
If
much, Nitin. That's why I thought a lot, and you are the only gentleman came to my mind to to discuss
okay,
this
sir.
topic. So Alhamdulillah. So Nitin, this criteria, a lot of our community, I can claim, from India, Pakistan, and different countries, they are facing not paying, issues. I mean, payment issues from the suppliers, the manpower suppliers. But as per my understanding and the way you are managing in your company, I never, you somehow you arrange their payment, somehow you pay them, even in idle days, idle hours. I mean, you somehow arrange, even you get from the shareholder, the owner of your company, even some sort of debt or some sort of, I mean, you arrange that money just to keep your guys satisfied with your company. So, uh, I mean, but rest of the company, there are a lot of in Jubail. They are not paying on time. That's why the community is struggling, And several times they
Yes, sir.
highlight this issue to us. And to be very honest, I need your opinion how we should tackle, such kind of issues actually.
It would only come from the experience, sir. Like I've been here since the last 3 years. I just have some good contacts and everything.
Right.
Even in the initial time, also, as you know, like we were having too many pending payments because we were not aware of the market. Like we were not aware of the suppliers and everything.
Right.
Uh, it can be only come through the experience. Like we should have to be selective, while
Right.
we
Right.
don't have to go behind the rate. We
Yeah.
like even for the safety, I can say some supplier will offer you like a rate of 40, some may offer you the rate of 30, 35. So it should, you should not always go behind the rate. You should always focus on the payment terms. Because if a guy came, if I'm saying, if any freelancer, if it is not for company employees, if a freelancer guy came anywhere from India, Bangladesh, Pakistan, they started working in a company. For example, in January 1st, they started working in a company. Their timesheet they will receive by February 15, something only. And the payment terms mostly will be 30 to 45 days.
True.
So their payments will come only after March. So
Yeah.
just think like if a company delays their payment, they already work for 3 months.
True.
Then they couldn't call the company and say that no, no, if you didn't give the money, I won't go for work. Like already your 3 months payment is with them, so you couldn't say like them. So
You,
you will be already trapped. So the process of selecting this supplier or the company, it should be like you should have to check the market. Like if you have any friends,
yeah.
like only better don't go with anyone new or something like that. There
True.
are a lot of even suppliers, I could say, even I'm still giving to suppliers. I'm giving to direct companies as well as suppliers, because some suppliers are providing me
Because you
on
trust them,
on time.
You trust them, they pay
On
on
time,
time.
yes, on time or before the due date, because they
Okay.
are very well known in market. I'm not saying like supplier is bad, because there are too many good suppliers. They have rolling the money and giving on time or before time. So you should have to be selective, or while going for a work, before just committing any work, just check the market, like how they are paying, like
Okay.
what is the
Okay.
previous history and everything. That
So,
is only we can do,
yeah.
nothing
So,
else.
Nitin, your company, how much, capacity in 2025 is planned to hire more, either riggers or safety officers or WPRs? So I can, through our channel, I'm sure the community will come to you and start negotiating. If it's okay, you can go ahead. But is it any expansion plans you have for 2025?
Yeah,
Professional.
I already issued offer letter for six. just in the last few weeks. What
Oh,
I'm doing, I'm bringing as a batch of 8 guys only. That is my batch. That is my batch strength at a time. I'm bringing the guys, I'm getting them approved, I'm putting them on job, and next I'm bringing. So minimum quantity I'm keeping per year right now is like 15.
oh,
15 employee per year I am planning, but it can be expanded. Like as per the pace of getting the
okay.
approvals and everything, like it would be expanded. Like
Yeah.
minimum quantity is 15. And
Okay.
basically now
So
I'm focusing on rigor as well as WPR,
WPS and safety.
because
Perfect.
the market just got very much high, because now no one is available in
True.
market as a WPR and
You
rigor.
have
So
to.
the rate is even very much high right now. So I'm mostly focusing on those categories
So,
now.
Lithin, you focus on long-term strategy for the long-term projects, like the projects will land up to 5 years or 2 years or 1 year, or you are sending your people for 3 months, even for 2 months or 6 months. So what
No,
main criteria you have in
no,
mind?
no. As a supplier, it is better for me to send my employees on long-term jobs,
Long term.
because so that I don't need to make sure a very big camp facility, or like if I have too many guys, I have to give them too many infrastructure, like their accommodations, transportations, everything. So what I'm doing, I'm bringing the guys, I'm trying to put them on long-term jobs. So mostly like 1 or 2 year, those guys will be there. So then they will come and go for the vacations. It would be easy for us, and the payment also will be on monthly basis. It won't be break. So
Excellent.
that is my strategy.
Listen, you can add one more. You can discuss with your owner or the shareholders. You can add one more profession as a safety trainers, and all those safety trainers I can provide you, refer you the right gentleman, and you can deploy them project to project, because some projects mostly now they started hiring internal safety trainers, and mostly are from third party. So this profession you can like just see the feasibility. If it's possible, we can coordinate and collaborate and start working again together, inshallah.
Okay, so I will see. So I'll discuss with my owner, as you know, like
Thank you,
this. I
listeners. Thank you very much. Last few words, the golden words for our community.
Yeah, just in my opinion, if anybody is looking for a job, just initially they should have to come. They have to take risk. Even when I just got even when I'm hiring, I'm taking interviews. Everybody is looking for the salaries. Like in my opinion, if anybody is planning to get some good future, if they are planning for a better future, initially they should not have to go for the money first. At least for the 2 years, they should have to come here. They have to struggle for sure, as you know, like they'll struggle.
Yeah,
They
absolutely.
have to struggle. Then they have to learn. Then they could demand for the better salary, better privilege, everything they will get for sure. But
I
initially,
always
even
encourage, first 2 years, just think about learning and then automatically earning.
we should have to come out of our comfort zone.
True.
Like we should have to struggle for 2 years. We should have to learn. Don't look at the money. Maybe we have to invest from
Absolutely.
our pocket. But
Absolutely.
if they learn for sure, as you know, like Saudi, now right now, Saudi Arabia, there's a very big market. They have a lot of opportunity as compared to other GCC countries.
2030
We have
vision, and now they got stadium project.
2030 is there,
Yeah.
2030 is there. We have World Cup coming, everything.
Yeah.
Even in the construction industry, oil and gas industry, there are a lot of opportunities here.
Yeah.
Opportunities
Land of
is not,
opportunities we can claim.
yeah,
It's
too
the
much
what
opportunity.
word they invented, mashallah.
Yeah, only they have to come. They have to take risk. The coming the today's generation. I just even when I'm interviewing and then seeing that it is Saudi Arabia, I know like it is not like Dubai, Qatar or something like that. We are very much scared. So they have to be
Hmm.
that much. They have to take risk. That is what I'm saying. Okay.
You're absolutely right. Listen, just in a quick nutshell for your information, let me see if I can find. This top Middle East economies for 2024. Saudi Arabia is 1.1 trillion dollars. Then Turkey is there 1.03 trillion. Then UAE 545 billions of dollars. Iran is 450, Egypt 380, same, up to Kuwait 162 million. So Saudi Arabia is leading actually. So that's why I'm calling it, the land of opportunity. So, but you are right. We have to be risk taker, but calculated risk taker, where we have to, leave our comfort zone and go for and check our luck, increase our, enhance and improve our competence level, and be the right person for the right job. Because after all, you have to be a person who can add value to the relevant companies, then secure
Yes.
his own goodwill and the goodwill of the supplier or the companies he's kind of representing. Thank you very much, Litin. So nice of you, man. Thank you very much. I
Thank
always
you.
admire you. You are the right gentleman for the community to support. Keep it up, man. Thank you very much. So nice of you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much for your time. Thank you.
Thank you very much.